Welcome to the Library Corner. Today we are in the test kitchens at Metz Culinary Institute here in the city of Erie. This is where, not this actual kitchen, this is our test kitchen, but this is where they make all the food for the cafeterias. So we're really thankful for Metz for letting us come here. And I'd like to also introduce to you my co-host for today. Her name is Daisy.
Hello.
And Daisy, what school do you go to?
I go to Lincoln.
Lincoln? Oh, and who is your principal at Lincoln?
The principal there is Miss Johnson.
Oh.
She's very nice.
Is she? Oh, do you have a lot of fun over there?
I do.
Yeah, what's your favorite place to be? The gym, the cafeteria?
Well, the gym and the cafeteria are kind of the same place. I like to go upstairs.
Where upstairs?
I'll give you a clue. There's books there.
Oh, is it a classroom? Is it the library?
You're right.
Oh,
Good job, Miss Strapshot.
You gave me good clues.
I did.
Oh boy. So today we're going to read Stregonona.
Ooh.
Stregonona, and there's a little bit of a rhyme to it.
Okay.
And
What's a rhyme?
well, a rhyme is words that their endings match. So sometimes cat, hat, bat, those words all rhyme.
Oh, I get that.
Yeah.
Like dog and log.
Very good. Very good. Also, I wanted to talk about our book today. It's called Stregonona.
Ooh.
And it says that it's an old tale retold and illustrated by Tommy DePaola.
Ooh, I don't think I've ever heard this one.
I don't think you have.
I can't wait.
This is almost sort of a, it's sort of a, not a fairy tale, but an old wives' tale, or a folk tale from probably Italy, because Stregonona means something. I'm going to tell you that at the very beginning, but I know that my nephew, his mother is Italian, and he calls his grandma Nonna.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I think a lot of Italian kids do.
I call my grandma Nanny.
Oh, do you? Maybe it's taken from Nonna.
Maybe.
Maybe, I don't know. So shall we start to read?
Please, I can't wait.
Okay.
Can't wait.
All right. Well, get ready. Here we go. Stregonona by Tommy DePaola, written and illustrated. So what does that mean, Daisy, that it's written and illustrated?
Let me think. If you write a story, that means you wrote the words and you're the author?
You are the author.
Woo-hoo.
And the illustrator?
You drew the pictures.
You did. You did.
Oh, okay.
And so
he did both?
He did.
Wow.
He did. He's pretty crafty, that Tommy
Yeah.
DePaola. Yes. And you know, because we're in the kitchen today, I brought my apron. So I'm going to put my apron on. If that's okay with you?
That's fine.
Okay.
Are we
thanks.
going to get messy reading?
Maybe later.
Oh, okay. What is that hat she's wearing?
Well, I think it's almost a babushka, don't you?
Ooh, what's that?
don't know.
Babushka.
A babushka, that means her head is covered.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what it means in Polish anyway. So here we go. Stregonona, Tommy DePaola. In a town in Calabria a long time ago, there lived an old lady everyone called Stregonona, which meant Grandma Witch.
Oh, she's a witch?
She is. I guess Strega must mean witch.
Oh, boy.
Although all the people in the town talked about her in whispers, they all went to see her if they had trouble. Even the priest and the sisters of the convent went, because Stregonona did have a magic touch.
Ooh.
She could cure a headache with oil and water and a hairpin.
Ooh.
She made special potions for the girls who wanted husbands.
Ooh, I want one.
And she was very good at getting rid of warts.
Ew, what are warts?
They're lumpy skin tags that grow in your body.
Ew.
Yes. But Stregonona was getting old, and she needed someone to help her keep her little house and garden. So she put up a sign in the town square. And Big Anthony, who didn't pay attention, went to see her. Anthony, said Stregonona, you must sweep the house and wash the dishes. You must weed the garden and pick the vegetables. You must feed the goat and milk her, and you must fetch the water. For this,
That's a lot of work.
it is.
Whew.
For this, I will give you 3 coins and a place to sleep and food to eat. Oh, grazia, said Anthony. The one thing you must never do, said Stregonona, is touch the pasta pot. It is very valuable. and I don't let anyone touch it.
Oh, don't touch that pot, Anthony.
Oh, see, yes, said Anthony. And so the days went by. Big Anthony did his work, and Stregonona met with the people who came to see her for headaches and husbands and warts. But Big Anthony had a nice bed to sleep in next to the goat shed, and he had food to eat. One evening when Big Anthony was milking a goat, he heard Stregonona singing. Peeking in the window, he saw Stregonona standing over the pasta pot. She sang, "Bubble, bubble, pasta pot, boil me up some pasta, nice and hot. I'm hungry and it's time to sup. Boil enough pasta to fill me up."
Ooh, yummy, yummy.
And the pasta pot bubbled and boiled and was suddenly filled with steaming,
Is it a
hot
magic pot?
pasta. Yes, it seems as though it is a magic pasta pot. Then Stregonona sang, "Enough, enough, pasta pot. I have my pasta nice and hot. So simmer down my pot of clay until I'm hungry another day." "How wonderful," said Big Anthony. "That's a magic pot for sure." And Stregonona called Big Anthony in for supper. Too bad for Big Anthony because he didn't see Stregonona blow 3 kisses to the magic pasta pot. Should we practice our kisses?
Yes. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Something tells me Anthony is going to do something he's not supposed to. I see him peeking in the window. He's spying on Stregonona.
He is. Something tells me Big Anthony's going to do something. And this is what happened. The next day when Big Anthony went to the town square to fetch the water, he told everyone about the pasta pot.
Oh boy.
Naturally, everyone laughed at him because it sounded silly. A pot that cooked pasta all by itself?
That doesn't happen.
You better go and confess to the priest, Big Anthony, they said. Such a lie. And Big Anthony was angry, and that wasn't a very good thing to be. "I'll show them," he said to himself. "Someday I will get the pasta pot and make it cook, and then they'll be sorry."
Oh, uh-oh, I don't see good things happening here.
That day came sooner than even Big Anthony would have thought, because 2 days later, Stregonona said to Big Anthony, "Anthony, I must go over the mountain to the next town to see my friend Strega Amelia. Sweep the house and weed the garden, feed the goat and milk her, and for your lunch there are some bread and cheese in the cupboard. And remember, don't touch the pasta pot."
Oh, I hope Anthony listens to Stregonona.
"Oh, yes, yes, Stregonona," said Big Anthony. But inside he was thinking, "My chance has come."
Oh no.
As soon as Stregonona was out of sight, Big Anthony went inside, pulled the pasta pot off the shelf, and put it on the floor.
No, Anthony, don't do it, don't do it.
"Now, let's see if I can remember the words," said Big Anthony. And Big Anthony sang, "Bubble, bubble, pasta pot, boil me some pasta, nice and hot. I'm hungry and it's time to sup. Boil enough pasta to fill me up." And sure enough, the pot bubbled and boiled and began to fill up with pasta.
Oh my gosh!
"Aha!" said Big Anthony, and he ran to the town square, jumped on the fountain, and shouted, "Everyone get forks and plates and platters and bowls. Pasta for all at Stregonona's house." Big Anthony has made the magic pasta pot work. Of course, everyone laughed, but ran home to get forks and plates and platters and bowls. And sure enough, when they got to Stregonona's, the pasta pot was so full it was beginning to overflow.
Is pasta, that sure looks like spaghetti. Is that the same thing?
Pasta and spaghetti are the same thing.
Okay.
Yep, those words are synonyms. You're a
Thank
very
you.
smart little girl. Big Anthony was a hero. He scooped out pasta and filled the plates and platters and bowls. There was more than enough for all the townspeople,
Yum, yum, yum.
including the priest and the sisters from the convent. And some people came back for 2 and 3 helpings.
2? Wow, that's a lot of pasta.
That is. But the pot was never empty.
Never?
When all had their fill, Big Anthony sang, "Enough, enough, my pasta pot. I have my pasta nice and hot. So simmer down my pot of clay until I'm hungry another day." But alas, he did not blow the 3 kisses.
Oh no.
He went outside, and to the applause of the crowd, Big Anthony took a bow. He was so busy listening to the compliments from everyone that he didn't notice the pasta pot was still bubbling and boiling.
What? Oh no, why didn't it stop?
Until a sister from the convent said, "Oh, Big Anthony, look, and the pasta was pouring out of the pot all over the floor of Stregonona's house and was coming out the door.
Oh no, look at it. That pot looks like it's got hair.
Big Anthony rushed in and shouted the magic words again, but the pot kept bubbling.
Oh no.
He took the pot off the floor, but the pasta kept pouring from it.
Oh.
Big Anthony grabbed a cover and put it on the pot and sat on it. But the pasta raised the cover and Big Anthony as well.
It's covered the floor.
And
there's so much spaghetti.
Spilled on the floor of Stregonona's house.
Oh my.
Stop, yelled Big Anthony. But the pasta did not stop. And if someone hadn't grabbed poor Big Anthony, the pasta would have covered him up. The pasta had all but filled the little house. Out of the windows and through the doors came the pasta, and the pot kept right on bubbling.
Oh my God, look, it's coming out of the top. That poor little bunny has to sit on the roof. There's so much pasta.
There is, you're right.
Whoa.
The townspeople began to worry. Do something, Big Anthony, they shouted.
Do something.
Big Anthony sang the magic song again, but without the 3 kisses, it was no good.
Mwah, mwah, mwah.
By this time, the pasta was on its way down the road, and all the people were running to keep ahead of it.
Run away, run away.
We must protect our town from the pasta, shouted the mayor. Get mattresses, tables, doors, anything to make a barricade. But even that didn't work. The pot kept bubbling and the pasta kept coming.
Oh no, it's a pasta flood.
We are lost, said the people and the priest and the sisters of the We are lost, said the people, and the priest and the sisters of the convent began praying. The pasta will cover our town, they cried. And it certainly would have, had Stregonona not come down the road home from her visit. She didn't have to look twice to know what happened.
Oh my. Did she save the day?
She sang the magic song, blew the 3 kisses, and with a sputter, the pot stopped boiling and the pasta came to a halt. Oh, grazie, thank you, Stregonona, the people cried. But then they turned on poor Big Anthony. String him up, the men of the town shouted. Now wait, said Stregonona. The punishment must fit the crime. And she took a fork from a lady standing nearby.
What? A fork? What is she going to do with that fork?
She held it out to Big Anthony. All right, Anthony, you wanted pasta from my magic pasta pot, Stregonona said, and I want to sleep in my little bed tonight. So start eating.
What?
And he did. Poor Big Anthony.
Oh, now I know why he got his name Big Anthony. Look at that tummy. It's really big.
And did Stregonona get to sleep in her bed that night?
I see her. She's having good dreams.
Yes.
Anthony looks like he's got an upset belly.
He does.
Oh boy.
Have you ever eaten too much of something and gotten an upset belly?
Yeah, sometimes I used to eat too many cookies and my tummy would hurt.
Oh dear. Would you have to take Pepto-Bismol?
Yeah.
Oh,
sometimes.
Daisy. So Daisy, what are some things that you could make when you got home from school, like for an after-school snack? Is there anything that you could make yourself?
I'm allowed to make like cheese and crackers.
Oh, that's something good for a snack.
Or cereal.
Yep, cereal's a good thing.
And we always have fruit around.
Like this apple?
Oh, yes, just like that apple. Sometimes ours are green, though.
Oh, really? Are they sweet or sour?
They're kind of sour. Kind of tart.
Good. Well, is there anything that do you just cut up your apple and eat it, or is there any special way that you make it?
Sometimes I like to dip it in things.
Oh, like what?
What's that brown stuff? I eat it with jelly. Oh, peanut butter.
Peanut butter? Wow. So you put the peanut butter on the apple? Oh, is it delicious?
Very. It's my most favorite snack ever.
Wow, that sounds good. Now, I have a question for you, Daisy.
Yes, ma'am.
Have you ever seen this? This is not a fruit, this is a vegetable. Do you know what that is?
I do know what that is. That's a pepper.
It is. It's a red pepper, and they're actually very sweet. They're not hot.
Are you sure?
I am.
Because my mommy cuts mine up, and I dip it in ranch dressing.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, and I need that because I thought it was spicy.
So you have had red pepper to eat before? Good, good. Do you know what vitamin peppers have a lot of?
Vitamin red.
Vitamin red, close. You're very close. It's really close to the very beginning of the alphabet, and oranges have it as well.
Vitamin A?
Not vitamin A.
Not B. Vitamin C?
Vitamin C,
Oh, okay.
very good. So oddly, and this matches your whole outfit.
Oh,
What
look
is
at-
this?
That's a lemon.
It is. It's a lemon.
Matches my shoes and my hair and my shirt.
It sure does. It looks so pretty with you.
It does.
But lemons have vitamin C, and so do peppers.
That's
Isn't
good.
that, yeah, kind of
Does
interesting?
that help me stay healthy?
It does.
Okay.
It really helps you stay healthy. It's a sunshine fruit. Sunshine fruit keeps colds away.
Makes me think of lemonade.
It does. And do you like lemonade?
No, it's too sour.
Oh, could you add something to it to make it a little less sour?
Frosting?
Frosting, no. Daisy, work with me.
Sugar?
Sugar, very good. Or if we are looking for a natural sweetener, we could use stevia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we have lemons and we have our red peppers. So I just thought that we would look at some of these vegetables that are in the Metz Test Kitchen. I have, one more thing here.
What's that?
A little something different, something that comes in a can.
Is it food?
It's food. Have you ever had this?
Oh, let's see. Ooh, are those mushrooms?
They are not mushrooms.
Beans.
Yes, very good. Daisy, you can read that, can't you?
It says black beans.
Very good. So these are black beans, and have you ever had black beans?
I think so. Maybe in tacos.
Very good. Tacos, or maybe have you ever had a burrito?
No, just
No?
tacos.
Okay, well, sometimes they put beans in. Do you know that beans have a lot of protein in them?
Ooh, what's protein do?
Protein makes you big and strong. It's good for your teeth and your bones.
Ooh,
Gives you muscle.
muscles.
Yep, gives you muscle. So I wanted to put the beans out because sometimes we have those in tacos, and I just thought
Yum.
they were on the test kitchen counter here, and I thought you'd want to talk about them a little bit.
Now I'm getting really hungry.
I know. And speaking of hungry, we read Strigonona today, which was about, what was it, spaghetti? What's the other word for spaghetti?
Pasta.
Very good. So Daisy, I brought some other books about food. Strigonona was about spaghetti and pasta. And then maybe you've heard of, there's a very famous author. He wrote The Cat in the Hat.
Ooh,
Do you know who I'm talking about?
I think I do.
He's not a doctor, but he has that at the beginning of his name, Dr.
Does his name rhyme with goose?
Yes, it does.
I think it's Dr. Seuss.
You're right, it is Dr.
whoop.
Seuss. So the story that he wrote about food was green eggs and ham. I know. Have you ever eaten green eggs or ham?
I actually tasted it one time in our library. We had a birthday party for Dr. Seuss, and somebody made a little bit of green eggs and ham.
Was it delicious?
No.
Oh.
It tasted like eggs, but it just looked really weird.
I bet. I also brought a book, and the author's name is Judith Viorst, and the book is Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
Ooh.
Have
Does
you ever?
that mean it's going to rain meatballs?
I think it does.
Wow.
I think it does. It's a movie now. That book is so popular that it's become a movie.
Wow.
Yeah.
That must mean it must be a really good book if they're going to make a movie from it.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
I can't wait to read that one.
And I brought one more book, and it's about a little girl. Actually, she's a little badger. And her name is Frances.
Ooh, pretty name.
It is a pretty name. And the book is called Bread and Jam for Frances. And we didn't read that book today, but maybe we'll read it another time. That's a fun book, too.
Maybe I'll see if it's in the Lincoln Library and I can read it from there.
Do you know how to look up books to see if they're in the Lincoln Library?
I do.
Can you tell me what you would use to look up books in the Lincoln Library?
Well, you need a computer, and then you have to go online, and then you click on the link that says dun, da, 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 Destiny.
Very good. Now, is that from Google or Yahoo, or where do you find that? Where do you find that link? What homepage do you go to?
Oh, I go to the school district homepage, and then I'm a student, so I click on student, click, and then there's a purple box that says Follett Destiny, and I click on that, and away I go.
Daisy, you are such a good little library user. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. I was taught well.
And so, can you look up that book by the title?
Uh-huh.
And is there any other way you could look up that book?
Well, if I knew who wrote the book, I could look up their name and see what other books we had in the library by that same person.
Or is there any other way?
What
What if you didn't know the whole title?
Could I just type in some of the words?
You could.
Or I could type in food. We've been talking about food all day, right?
Right.
Oh, I could type in food and see what other books we have in the library about food.
Right. And what would those be? Would those be what button would you push then after you put in those food words?
Keyword.
Keywords. Very good. Very good, Daisy. You've done a very, very good job.
Thank you.
I'm sure that Mrs. Johnson at Lincoln is very, very proud of you for representing the school so well. Now I'm going to talk about a few high school books, and you can stay here with me.
Okay.
I just wanted to show kids that at the high school level, because I think, Daisy, you know that at the high school level, kids are probably a little more advanced and can make more than apples and peanut butter or crackers and cheese, although those are very good. But they can also, I have some books for teens and things that they could make after school or even for their own dinners. One of them is called A Man, a Can, a Plan.
Ooh.
And it's 50 great guy meals that anybody can make.
Ooh.
Yeah, and I've made some of them. They are actually pretty good.
So you could use like our beans, our can of beans?
We could use
that?
Let's, you know what, Daisy, let's look in our table of contents, and right here it says beans. Page 20. So let's go to page 20 under the beans section.
Beans.
Oh boy, here we are in the beans section. And here's baked beans. Let's see if we can find our black beans. Here are bean and bull burritos. Oh, here are pinto and black beans.
Yes, that's them.
So let's see. Here's our can of black beans that we found here in the kitchen. And can you read any of the other ingredients that I have here?
We will need some hamburger. And some shells, tortillas.
Yes.
And, ooh, one of my favorite parts, cheese.
Yes, exactly. So all we need is a can of beans, some hamburger, tortillas, and cheese.
That sounds pretty easy peasy.
It is pretty easy peasy because all you have to do is brown the beef and you put in a little garlic powder and then you put the beans
right in the pan?
In the pan right there with it. And you know what though, Daisy, I'm going to tell you something.
What's that?
If you can look here, it says simmer for 5 to 8 minutes until slightly thickened, but we have to put in beans, salsa, oregano, and lime. But those things were not in our list of ingredients, were they?
No, they weren't. That's why you have to do more than just look at the pictures. You should read, too.
Exactly. We have to read everything, don't we?
Sure do.
We sure do. Let's see if there's any other bean. There's only one. Oh, look, there's another. Look, potato skins with bean salsa.
Wow, I like potatoes, too.
And then blackjack quesadillas, which contain black beans and cheddar jack cheese. Wow. Would you like all of those things?
I would.
I sure would, too.
I love Mexican food.
Wow. Well, then there we go. And so here's that, A Man, a Can, a Plan. I also brought Clueless in the Kitchen.
Oh, that's my mom.
This is this is a cookbook for teens. So your mom could probably use that.
Oh,
but look, they have good old roast chicken. Do you like chicken?
I do.
Okay. They have pita pockets.
Yummy.
Do you know what that is?
No.
Pita is a bread that you kind of open up and you can put stuff in it and then you just close it up and you can eat it.
Oh, it's not like slices?
Nope, it's not like slices.
Oh.
It's totally different than regular bread. It's not sliced, it comes in a round, it comes like round, and then you make a little opening and you can put tuna in there or chicken salad or whatever.
Oh, like a real pocket, like a pocket on my pants.
Right, exactly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And there's also turkey and stuffing and curry, sloppy joes. Have you ever had sloppy joes?
Oh, no.
Well,
Sloppy
those are,
joes.
so these are all things that teen kids could make. And then, you know what's very popular right now?
What's that?
This is my last book. Well, this is very popular right now. Superfood
Kool-Aid?
juices.
Ooh,
well,
juice.
you
Oh,
say
okay.
Kool-Aid, I say juices.
Okay.
So what it is about taking pineapple or berries or bananas and making juice and drinking that juice and how good the juice is for you.
Ooh, cool.
Yeah, yeah. So it's all different kinds of juice, delicious juices that you can make. Sort of like, here's an acai ginger drink.
Ooh.
Here's grapefruit and mint.
Ooh. Well,
Do you like things that are mixed up like that?
Sometimes, but how do you, like, how would you turn a banana into juice?
Well, you would put the banana. Let's see if we have a banana recipe in here. I'm gonna look. Can
Do
you?
you just mash it up, or do you need, like, some kind of
Well,
machine?
Well, Daisy, one of the machines that they use is a juicer, but another machine that they use is a blender.
Oh, okay.
And sometimes they take the banana. I'm trying to find a banana one. Sometimes they take the banana and they put the banana in and they freeze it first so it's nice and hard.
Ooh,
And then they
okay.
put in a little bit of yogurt. And then sometimes they put in a little bit of maybe chocolate or some berries.
I like berries.
And then you know what they add?
What?
A little bit of almond milk.
Oh, okay.
And they put that in the blender and they mix that all up.
Like that? Okay.
And it goes very fast. Much better, much better. And that's what they drink. They drink all that stuff together. It's very
So-
good for you.
Can I ask you something?
You can.
How did you find that page so fast?
Well, this is the table of contents. We used that in the last book.
Oh, yeah, I know that.
Okay, so we use the table of contents, but in the back of every nonfiction book is this. It's called the index.
Oh.
It's called the index. And when you look in the index, you can look for a specific word, banana, kale, pear, apple. And when you find that specific word, it's going to tell you which page in the book to go to find that recipe. And so
Wow.
here is a volcano hot chocolate.
Ooh. I want one of those.
Volcano hot chocolate, and it's made with beet juice.
No,
I
thank you.
agree. Yeah, yeah. Here's a coconut. Here's spinach hemp drink. Drinking.
it
What do you
green?
What do you think about drinking spinach?
No.
Now, what do you think about drinking kale?
What's kale?
Kale is a vegetable, a leafy green vegetable that's very good for you. It's like spinach,
Like lettuce?
like spinach more.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe
You know
I
what?
would try it.
Here's one you might like: pineapple aronia berry.
Ooh, that sounds delicious.
We like pineapple, right?
Uh-huh,
And we
'cause
like
it's
berries.
yellow.
Yes, yellow, and we like berries, right? So there we go. We'll have to try that. Maybe we can
Okay.
try something next time.
That would be awesome.
I wouldn't want to get any juice on your beautiful
No,
shirt.
no. Next time I'll bring an apron too.
Okay, I know somebody who could maybe make you an apron.
Who?
My friend Chris.
Oh yeah? Does she sew?
She's a seamstress, yes.
Wow.
And I think that she could make you an umbrella, or excuse me, an apron. What
I would
color?
like that.
What color one do you think you should have?
I'll give you one guess.
Purple.
Nope.
Blue.
Nope.
How many more guesses do I have?
Never get it. Never get it.
How many more guesses do I have?
I'll give you one more because I'm nice. You'll
What does it begin with?
It begins with Y.
Why?
Uh-huh.
Why? Because I love you?
Yeah. Aw.
Oh, Daisy, I do love you. How about yellow?
Yay! Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Woohoo!
You figured it out.
Okay. Well then, Daisy, maybe the next time we're on Library Corner, we will have another activity. What do you think?
I would like that.
Okay, I would too. So we might have to have costumes.
I like to dress up. It's
Oh,
fun.
you know what, Daisy? I know a book we could read.
What?
That we could dress up.
What?
Okay.
Tell me. Oh! Yes.
Do you think that the boys and girls would be excited about that book?
Yes, but we can't tell them. It must be a secret.
Okay.
They'll
So the
have to
next
wait
time.
and see.
So the next time we're on Library Corner, we're going to be very, very.
Ooh, I can't wait.
Very
Can't
excited, huh?
wait. Uh-huh.
So let's ask the kids, will they come back next time and see us on Library Corner?
Will you come back, boys and girls? Pretty please.
I hope so.
Me too.
So shall we say goodbye to your friends at
Lincoln.
Lincoln? Okay.
Bye-bye, friends.
Bye, kids at Lincoln. Bye, Mrs. Johnson.
Bye-bye.
Bye, teachers.